growing their own vegetables. They like to get the vegetables already ripe and then pick them and put them in a can and send them out to the grocery store.
Start all over again. I think I've gotta let it go. Looks like another love TKO. I think I'll get to let it go. Looks like another love TKO. I tried to know the love to control me. Tried to lose all thought and all sense of time. Tried to change my mind. Fix the bumps and the bruises, all of the things of a two-time loser. Tried to hold on to all of the things that are gone. Just another sad song. You go ahead and let it go. Like another love TKO. Oh, I think I can let it go. Looks like another love TKO.
My folks, they were very big supporters of what little classical music was happening here in Nashville, and because of that, they would make sure that I would take classical music lessons. I really wanted to play a guitar and stuff, but my folks said, well, no, you really should learn, a classical instrument or something like that, and if you still want to play a guitar in a few years, oh, sure, then you can play guitar. Well, of course, a few years went by, and I'm ready now. I'm ready to get the guitar, and I was like, oh, well, yeah. And then eventually, they gave in because I would take the cello and put it on my lap and strum it with a felt pick, and had a little bottle, and I would play like Allman Brothers songs on the cello with the bottleneck. I guess it looked pretty pitiful. I thought it sounded really cool. My brother thought I was insane.
She went upstairs to make her bed, and not a word to her mother said. Her mother went upstairs too, saying, daughter, oh daughter, what troubles you? Oh mother, oh mother, I cannot tell. Well, that butcher, that boy I love so well. He courted my love away. And now at home, we'll not stay. a place in London town. With that butcher, that boy, girl, sits down. And takes that strange girl on his knee. And tells her what he won't tell me.
Went to art school and studied sculpture and painting and drawing. And then after that, I went to get a graduate degree in the same thing, sculpture and painting in Montana. I got back here, I guess, in the mid-'80s, and I was interested in trying to make music, so I would start to go out and see what's going on and what are these people doing. And I thought it was horrible, and to me, they didn't seem to be really being themselves about things at all. It seems to me that they were very much being what other people thought they should be, instead of rather just, dealing with who they are as people. And so eventually I thought, well, I'll try to do what I do and see how that works. And they looked at me like I was like from outer space, or from the moon or something. They thought that, well, that's different. They were expecting what they're used to, something that was safe and that they were accustomed to, and that you weren't supposed to sort of tread the real world at all. I mean, it was this sort of beautiful fantasy that they created and stuff.
But I can never make believe it's bright. 6 days on the road and I'm gonna make it home.
Well, let's see. You've got your Patsy Cline there. That's Roy Acuff underneath. It's Ernest Tubb, the guy in the center.
Is that the large one?
Yeah, the large one. That's Hank Williams there with the guitar to the bottom there. And then, to tell you the truth, I have no idea about the other guys.
People change when people are looking at things. And, in life, there's lots of specialties.
I try to focus on things that have to do with just maybe small details that maybe they overlook or maybe they think are unimportant or weird or strange, when to me that's what describes the situation, maybe in a little more, maybe even a little more clear, I mean, I know you would probably want an example or something, but it's just, I think that you can write a song about a shoe, this particular shoe, and it can be very descriptive of the shoe, and it's the way it's worn and why it's worn in these certain places, and where these scuffs and stuff come from, and it can tell quite a bit of story about a particular person and this particular working person's life. But you don't have to necessarily spell it out. I think people are smart enough to figure it out for themselves. I don't think you have to go, well, I'm a working man, and you can say it in other ways than that, or I work hard all day and then I'm tired and then I go to bed. Raise hell, woohoo, I'm a country boy. We all know love is free. I guess you're frying chicken. I hear those people ring for conversation. Listen, false security. Breezes of the past, impossibility, reminds us of what's best. Lost in topography, each with our possessions. Those difficult days, the butcher of our conscience, a public enemy that reaches for our guts and heart. A possibility of magnificent obsession. A possibility magnificent obsession.
Hey, Kurt.
Yeah.
Got my new tweed head.
Oh, how is that thing?
Sounds good. It's real, it's real dead.
Great, great.
Yeah. I'm real good with brushes, too.
Yeah, I bet.
Mm-hmm.
Neat, that's
Nice.
strange looking.
It is strange. We're in the studio. Dave Lyon was telling me about it. He's heard of these before.
Really?
But they used to be real popular, I guess, back in the
That's
60s, 70s.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Cool. Hey, John.
Hi.
Hi, John.
How are we doing?
They heard you were coming and they decided to
Oh, I know.
bake a cake. We would just get together as friends. There would be 2 or 3 of us, and next thing you know, we'd meet someone else. Well, why don't you come by? And over the years, I'm still saying, well, why don't you come by and play music? And some people would come by and say, well, this is kind of strange, and never come back. And other people would just come back every week. And we were just making noise together, and it was pleasing to us. It was fun. But we basically had to just decide, well, what is this music that we're doing? What do you call it? Because, and of course we had trouble describing it, but at the same time we started to think about, well, who are we? Where are we from? We're from Nashville. What are we doing here? Well, it could be, kind of a country music kind of a thing. And then we started to think, well, is that what we're doing? Well, kind of, but maybe not in the same way. And, then it's ever growing, and you're always asking yourself the next question. Shot a night, told you I'm in the thick of it. I've been a dick with it all, you get used to it. Well, I'm all right, as you were.